Hi guys, it's Sonelias and welcome to this replay of World of Tanks. As you can see, we're in a tier 10 battle and I'm actually in a tier 8 light tank here. Despite all of that, I managed to actually get into the top position in this particular game, so I thought it'd be worthwhile to basically record this replay. Alright, let's get started. Now, I don't really like playing light tanks that much. I'm not really that good at the spotting options and so forth, but despite that, I still managed to get a really good game in with this German HWK-12, which is the 8th tier light tank, like I said earlier. Anyways, we're basically moving along this hillside here. I'm just trying to basically get into some positions. I'm not that successful in the beginning. Like I said, it's not my favorite type of tank to be playing in. But despite all of that, I still managed to do pretty well. Anyways, let's try to be in a position where we will be getting some camouflage from the bushes. But at the same time, we also want to basically make sure we can view stuff. Now, this unfortunately is not an ideal position. Yes, I'm perfectly camouflaged here, but my angles of viewing are obscured by all these buildings here. This little outbuilding here in front of me covers part of the actual, sometimes there's the flag over there, but it covers part of that as well. And again, as you can see, there's loads of other buildings in the area. And I actually realized that, so I tried to reposition myself. And as you can see, I finally spot a heavy tank in this instance, and I managed to get a shot in on him. He hits me as well, or actually another tank hit me, and actually only hits my tires. No, actually it was that one heavy tank. Anyway, he only hits my tracks, so that didn't have too big an impact. And again, I'm trying to just position myself such that I can actually use the camouflage offered by the bush to try to spot the enemy here. At this point, nothing remarkable, so to speak. Let's see if I can accelerate the gameplay somewhat. So this is kind of the boring section of the game still. And as you can see, I got these other heavy tanks heading towards that central position here. In that little valley here along the center, where sometimes the flag is positioned, depends on, of course, the game style that's basically being played by. But what I start doing here, now I basically try to use that ridge line here to try to keep on scouting what's going on there. So at the moment, I'm just backing up on towards the top to try to basically get at least some viewing angles over the top. I got spotted there, yeah, okay, to be expected. But what I then start doing, I start driving in circles such that I actually can just hit that ridge line to just be able to quickly spot along the ridge line and then pop down straight away again. This one's a little bit higher. I actually go above the ridge line, as you saw. But I'm trying to really use that ridge line to my advantage here to try to get some nice spots in. Now, I do have to be careful, of course, because, of course, I got my allies here who are also operating here. And there was some artillery hitting a position not too far from us here. But what I'm trying to do, really, I'm trying to basically get a good spot on the enemy. If I can spot the enemy, that gives my allies a chance. Oops, hit the ally. But I'm trying to basically get my allies nice spots, so at least I can see, well, where's the enemy? And maybe artillery can hit them from there, or maybe we can actually hit them ourselves. But yeah, as you can see, I keep on basically doing circles here to try to basically do as many spots as possible. At this point in time, we're on 4 against 4 in terms of losses. So we're about equal here, I would say. Now, we should be able to notice that there will be some enemies, I think, down ahead of us. But again, I'm trying to use the bushes here, but I'm not really that successful. As you can see, I'm actually exposed here on this side. But I do manage to spot the artillery there. And there's actually 2 pieces of artillery there. Now, because I'm so fast and nimble, I should, in theory, be able to take out the artillery. That's my thinking here. So I'm quickly making my way in that direction. Yes, I'm not that successful in avoiding everything. But as long as I can basically avoid being shot by them, and particularly that tank destroyer there, that would be amazing. So there is a bit of a ridge line slightly further down here. And again, I'm trying to take out one of the tank destroyers. And unfortunately, fortunately for him, he's relatively slow at turning. So I'm actually going to try to use that to my advantage here. So I'm actually going to turn, and artillery is trying to hit me, because of course they straight away see how vulnerable they are to a fast moving, heavy hitting tank like this one here. And unfortunately, one of the artillery pieces hits me here. Now, I have to repair my tracks, as you saw me doing. I also brought my crew back into working order. But at this point, I already have 2 kills, and I actually got 700 points of damage I've actually dealt. But if you look at my spotting damage is 2800. And really, that's one of the key things that a light tank should be doing. Now, again, I've spotted that the tank destroyer here. And that's actually a quite powerful tank destroyer. Powerful in terms of damage he can deal, but really, really weak in terms of armor. So he spotted me. I'm trying to get out of the way. And I was able to swerve just on time, or just in time, I probably should say, to be able to avoid being hit by his shell. He wasn't able to adjust his trajectory fast enough. All right, let's get back to those bushes here. Let's just slide into there. And I just try to basically find out where he is. He's probably hiding behind that building there, but I'm not entirely sure. Now, as you can see, good cover here. So it's a really, really nice spot to be able to look into the cap circle, the enemy cap circle here. But we still have those 2 pieces of artillery that were left here in this region. And luckily, the tank destroyer got destroyed, it looks like. So let's now leverage the fact that I'm no longer going to have to basically worry about that tank destroyer hitting me. I can now try to focus upon the artillery here, or the SPG, self-propelled guns. All right, let's have a look. Now, they're most likely hiding somewhere, but it's just really a matter of just exploring all these little areas, all these nooks and crannies here to try to really find them while still using cover where I can. Now, luckily, I've got the 6th Sense perk, which of course allows me to notice when I get spotted. Right, another tank destroyer tried to hit me. He missed me. And there, that was of course the artillery that hit me. So let's get out of dodge quickly to at least clear the space and allow me to try to spot the artillery here. Now, one of the artillery items has just been destroyed. Now, my spotting at this point has gone up to a nice amount. It's gone up to 3200, and I've actually dealt 1100 damage myself. Okay, again, damage upon spotting, earned. I missed. Yeah, I knew that I was going to miss, but still, it doesn't hurt to try. And again, damage upon spotting. And that actually allows me to complete one of the quests I was working on. And as you can see, that was about 3,500 spotting damage I had to basically earn for that one. Now, there is not much left. There is still, of course, a piece of artillery left somewhere. I don't know exactly where. But there's also that tank destroyer over there. And I got spotted. So I'm trying to get out of dodge again. And once I'm out of dodge, or at least once I'm no longer exposed, I might be able to contribute to the demise of that tank destroyer, but no such luck. Anyways, the circle was being capped. So our team is capping the circle, whilst at the same time the enemy team is also doing the same on our circle. Luckily, our team is far, far ahead of the other team. So yeah, this will be a win for our team. I believe it's actually a win based upon the capture of the circle. So that basically leaves the 2 final enemies behind. Anyway, let's have a look at the actual end result. So as you can see, we had pretty good end results here. We basically got 8,515 XP from this, plus a fair amount of credits. As you can see, we are in the 1st place here. We basically had most spotting damage and of course most XP. And we earned a fair amount of money here as well. Let's actually have a look at the amount of credit that we earned here. As you can see, we earned 4,500 credit after the expenses. All right, that should do it for now. Thanks again. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.